Hm. Er scheint es hier zu untersuchen, wie es aussieht.
It's locked, all right.
Warum sind die da... Ganz ehrlich, sind die Sachen nur abgeschossen? Das Verbrechen des verlorenen Wissens. Vampire sind gefährlich, tödlich, manchmal bösartig. Dies ist eine Tatsache und ich werde sie nicht abstreiten. Doch dies ist genau der Grund, weshalb wir begreifen müssen, was sie sind und manchmal wer sie sind, um zu einem besseren gegenseitiges Verständnis zu erlangen. Erinnern Sie sich an das Gespräch mit Titus Flavius Josephus, das von einem der Unringen 1548 geführt wurde, als er schlussendlich die Kreatur in Spanien traf. Erinnern Sie sich, wie die vorsichtige gewählte Worte dieses Vampires unseres Herzens stets erwärmt, wenn wir sie lasen? Denn sie sind besondere Fenster zu einer Vergangenheit, vor der wir sonst nur flüchtige Blicke erhaschen. Titus Flavius Joseph gibt es nicht mehr, seit ihn die Jäger des Vatikans vor wenigen Wochen vernichtet haben. Mit ihm verschwand auch die freigelegten Schätze seines Wissens über die Säulen unserer Zivilisation. Dies ist ein Versprechen, so herzerreißend wie der Mord eines Unschuldigen durch einen Vampir. Darum ist der Weg, den die Wachen von Privin eingeschlagen hat, so verwerflich wie er wertlos ist. Wenn sie einen ihrer methodischen Jagden auf der alten Vampir-Agnes veranstalten, anstatt sich ihnen vorsichtig und respektvoll anzunähern, zerstören sie einen Teil unserer Gemeinschaftswurzeln mit den Unsterblichen. Sie ersticken eine Gelegenheit in Keim. Die Idee einer großen Jagd ist ein Verbrechen, weil sie blindlings Worte und Gedanken töten. Aus dem Brunnen des Wissens trinken von User Teltree Primus von St. Paulus. Und schon haben wir irgendwas. War das hier? Drachen des Bands, verlorene Bibliothek. Hier. Aber schon eine Menge. Uns fehlt noch 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 uns.
So many signs. Jonathan Reid. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they tell me everything. They told me that you struggle hard not to take too many lives.
Aha. Also das ist der... okay. London. Erzählen Sie mehr von der Nachbarschaft.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller then.
Oh, I can tell you many things. But they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Oha! Die Karten haben Ihnen von Mary erzählt?
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Dann sagen Sie meine Zukunft voraus. Oh ja, das
Read
will
my
ich wissen.
fortune then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
Was macht sie hier?
Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Manche halten sie für einen Vampir. Ja, da fragt man sich warum, ne?
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The guard of Priwen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
Wie lange sind Sie schon Premiers?
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Okay, können Sie mir die Karten legen?
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Wie viel Geld haben wir denn? Wo steht das? Steht das hier irgendwo? Steht das hier überhaupt? Blut. Ach komm. Oh, warte mal. Das müsste. Ja, 805. Ach komm. Zahlen wir.
Here is the money.
The hermit. An old man. A broken soul who has seen too much. The burden of guilt. This man will give up once the disease is defeated.
Ernsthaft? Das war's? Persönliche Fragen? Woher wissen Sie von den Leben, die ich genommen habe?
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
Nun gut, sprechen Sie.
All right. Let me hear it.
The walls of your prison have already been raised, Jonathan. But you will freely accept to be locked inside, full of hope for a better day.
All right. Let me hear it.
The walls of your prison have already been raised, Jonathan. But you will freely accept to be locked inside, full of hope for a better day.
Das war's, okay.
I would rather not know. How do you...
I told you.
Is it possible...
Vampire...
I would...
Okay, das geht nicht weg. Wie haben Sie von Mary erfahren?
How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
Aha, sie hat dieses Schicksal nicht verdient, wenn sie nur überzeugt hätte. Sie war nicht länger die Schwester, die ich kannte. Wenn ich sie... Ja... Es wäre ein Vorteil gewesen. Aber das Schicksal hätte sie... Das hat sie nicht verdient.
Mary did not deserve her fate. She had already suffered enough during her life. And yet the pain and the suffering went on after her death.
Suffering is part of the immortal condition. Some prefer to lose their minds rather than face the simple truth. Pain will never stop.
Über die Bruderschaft.
May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
Über die Wachen von Priwen.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Wer hat die Bruderschaft
Who
gegründet?
founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars.
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
Okay. Kennen Sie Aloysius Dawson?
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Wow, okay.
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander, yet it amuses me to converse with your kind. A red river, a song in the dark, the whispers of a sun. So many signs to interpret.
Öffnet das? Ich will so gern irgendwie wissen. Irgendeine Tür öffnet sich bestimmt. Darauf kann ich bestimmt diese Tour. Nichts. Nada, okay. Okay, wir wissen über ihn. Wo ist der da? Aloysius war bis 1900 ein Mitglied des Hermetischen Orden der Goldenen Dämmerung. Es wird eine harte Entscheidung. Gleichzeitig ist er reich und hat sehr Einfluss auf diese Stadt. Was ich wiederum schade finde, dass sein Herz so verdorben ist. Die sitzen da alle. Die ist doch immer noch.
It's locked, all right.
Dr. Reid, I am glad.
Ja, ich möchte gerne. Die war schon mal oben. Das ist gemein.
The Spanish flu is not the only hidden killer around here.
Kommt die mal nach oben? Das ist also ihre Tochter, die ich irgendwie nicht helfen kann.
Dr. Reid, I am glad.
Ich frage mich, ob du schon neue Sachen hast.
Good evening, Miss Price.
You know.
May I look at...
It's always.
Nee, hat sie nicht mehr. Okay.
I hope you can stay a little longer.
Natürlich bleib ich länger. Was denkst du denn? Die leuchtet so komisch. Kommt sie hoch? Nee. Läuft irgendwie. Doch, sie läuft hoch.
I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
Hi, Madam. Okay, sie hat so voll das Babyface.
I am sorry, I can't help you, sir.
Good evening, Miss Price. I'm Dr. Reid. Do you remember me?
Dr. Reid? Yes, of course. You are the doctor who healed me and my mum. Good evening, Dr. Reid.
Good to see you too, Carol. Are you all right?
Oh, yes. I did not hurt myself recently. I know how to take care of myself now. I'm almost a grown-up.
Okay. Warum nachts wach?
Why are you awake at night, Carol?
I am helping my mother in her shop. It's not easy, but I'm a grown-up now.
Okay, deine Mutter muss stolz sein.
I'm sure your mother is grateful for your help.
I do the best I can. But I'm so clumsy sometimes. I drop things. I injure myself. It's a good thing my mother has the patience of an angel.
Okay, Arbeit ist nicht leicht.
Why is work not easy? Is something or someone bothering you?
Oh no, most people are gentle with me. But I'm so nervous sometimes. I pay no attention and hurt myself. Good thing my mum learned first aid.
Okay, Kölns Mutter hat sich immer gut um sie gekümmert, wenn sie verletzt wurde. Das ist süß. Caroline hat sich immer gut um ihre Tochter gekümmert, wenn sie verletzt wurde. Okay, erzählen Sie mehr von der
What
Nachbarschaft.
can you tell me of the people living nearby?
I don't speak to many people, except our customers. It's not easy to make friends. And with the epidemic, it's even more difficult.
Erzähl mehr von der Epidemie.
What can you tell me about the epidemic?
Some of our regular customers have left London. Some others only send their housemaids now. Everybody fears the contagion. I've even seen men with weapons.
Ach, die Arme. Haben Sie keine Freunde?
Have you no friends at all?
No. Mr. Nithercote used to pass by and was always nice to me.
Does he not come by anymore?
No. Mum said he was weird. Always reciting poetry about a girl he'd met in Whitechapel. I wonder who this camellia may be.
Ist da jemand eifersüchtig? Persönliche Fragen. Arbeitest du gerne mit deiner Mutter?
Do you enjoy working with your mother?
Oh yes, Doctor. My mother raised me alone after my father died. We've always lived together, and she has always watched over me.
Erinnerst du dich an deinen Vater?
Do you remember your father?
No, I was just a baby then. My mother always told me how strong and good he was.
Denkst du ans Heiraten?
Do you ever think about getting married now you're a woman?
Oh no, Dr. Reid. Mum always says I'm still a child who has no idea how tough life can be. No husband would like a clumsy girl like me.
Oh, okay, das ist doof, dass sie das verhindert. Das ist doof. Kennen Sie Aloysius Dawson?
Have you ever met the famous Aloysius Dawson?
Yes, a very strange man. Not very nice.
What do you mean?
He said he was ready to pay good money for rare books, and then laughed at what we showed him.
Goodbye,
Okay.
Carol.
I am sorry, I
It's
can't
locked.
help you, sir.
Ey, das wollte ich nicht.
Good evening, Miss Price.
You know you can call me.
Über Kölns Dankbarkeit.
Carol's gratitude is exemplary. She seems determined never to leave you.
I'm taking care of my daughter as well as I can. It's not always easy, but she's the best gift life gave me.
But she'll probably leave you someday to live her own life. Will that be difficult for you?
Why would she leave? Children sometimes stay with their parents until the end, for they know no one else will love them as much.
Und das ist das Problem, was ich sehe. Die Mutter engt die Tochter so sehr ein. Und sie lässt die Tochter keine Freiheiten und das kann irgendwann zu Problemen werden. Wahrscheinlich. So denke ich mir das, so vermute ich das. Persönliche Fragen haben wir nicht. Okay.
Goodbye for now, Miss Price.
I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
Haben wir noch
Good
bei
evening.
ihr
My
noch?
mother.
Nein. Nein, okay.
Goodbye, Carol.
I am sorry, I can't help you, sir. Perhaps you should talk with someone else instead.
Dr. Reid, I am glad to see you again.
Kommt, ich will wissen. Ich würde so gerne rein, aber es geht leider nicht.
It's locked.
Wahrscheinlich komme ich da irgendwie anders rein. Oh, da ist noch eine Mülltonne. Ha! Ein Ring. Ah, hier. Ah, okay.
Be careful, Carol. You're wasting good food here.
Yes, Mother.
I said be careful, child. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Mummy has been so clumsy again.
No, that's okay. It won't bleed for long.
You're so pale. Are you feeling sick? Do you need to see a doctor?
No, I'm fine. I already saw the doctor last week.
Don't be silly. You must see a doctor. Just don't tell him how clumsy your mummy is, all right? I love you so much, my baby.
I love you too, Mother.
Oh mein Gott, damit habe ich nicht gerechnet. Warum tut... Wo geht der denn jetzt hin? Hä? Das ist nicht ein üblicher Weg. Oh mein Gott.
It seems violence and madness are now contagious.
Sie tut ihre Tochter weh. Das geht so nicht.
Good evening, Miss Price.
You know you can call me Carolyn.
Verletzen Sie Carol oft? Sie misshandeln ihre Tochter.
Tell me, Carolyn, do you often wound or hurt your daughter by mistake?
No. I always thought it was Carol's clumsiness that caused these incidents. Maybe it's a family trait, Doctor.
You really believe it's just bad luck and being clumsy then?
Of course, Doctor. What else could it be? I have nothing to hide.
Sie misshandeln ihre Tochter. Warte, das will ich noch nicht.
Goodbye for now, Miss Price.
Sie ist gerade hier oben und ich möchte gerade mit ihr ein bisschen sprechen.
Good evening, young lady.
My mother always prefers when people simply...
Okay, Stimmt es, dass du dir häufig wehtust?
Is it true you often hurt yourself, Carol?
Yes, it's true. I try to behave, I really do. But one way or another, I always end up injured or wounded. I'm so stupid.
Why would you be stupid?
It's like I can't help getting under my mother's feet. That's how I end up being pushed, cut, or burned. You see, I'm a stupid girl, really.
When exactly do these accidents happen?
Ever since I was little. That's why I need to stay with Mum. I'm not capable of taking care of myself.
Sie sollte so schnell verschwinden, wie sie kann. Die
Goodbye,
Mutter
Carol.
redet ihr da was ein, was gar nicht
I am
stimmt.
sorry, I can't help you, sir.
Good evening, Miss.
You know you can call me.
Die Mutter redet ein, dass sie ungeschicklich ist, obwohl sie... Oh mein Gott, die arme Tochter. Sie misshandelt ihre Tochter.
You are responsible for your daughter's many injuries and scars, Carolyn. You brutalize her, don't you?
How could I abuse my own flesh and blood? This is nonsense. It would be like hurting myself.
You really believe you've done nothing wrong, don't you? How long has this been going on for? I should have seen it when you were my patients.
Seen what? Child abuse? Are you mad, Dr. Reid? I dedicated my whole life to my precious Carol. She is a part of me.
Yes. Even her name is just a part of yours. This is a terrible tragedy. Something of an unknown disorder. My God. Abuse that comes from overwhelming love.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. How dare you say something like that? What kind of a monster do you think I am?
Über ihre geistige Gesundheit.
Speak to me, Carolyn. Why do you behave like this? How does it make you feel to hurt Carol before cajoling her?
I don't know. It makes me feel good to take care of my daughter. I need to feel useful. No one ever takes care of me. I need someone to take care of me.
Do you realize Carol is a person? Not a toy, not a doll. The poor girl would put her hand in a flame to please you. You are both trapped in this toxic relationship.
Carol and I are perfectly happy. Leave us be. How stupid I was to believe you could be a suitable husband.
Sie leiden auch. Sie sind in Gefahr für Carol. Sie bringen ihre Tochter um. Die beiden leiden einfach nur.
I'm not judging you, Carolyn. I believe you're a victim too. I'm just trying to explain that you need medical help.
You will not separate me from my flesh and blood, Dr. Reid. We'd rather die.
Oh, und das habe ich gemeint. Sie...
Goodbye for now, Miss Price.
I can't help you, sir.
I hope you can
Perhaps
stay
you
a
should
little
talk with
longer
someone
this
else
time.
instead.
Sie bleiben...
Good evening.
My mother...
Deine Mutter ist eine Gefahr für dich.
You need to understand you are in danger, Carol. Your mother is responsible for all your injuries.
That's a lie. She has always taken good care of me. She only gets irritated when I get under her feet. It's my fault. My mum loves me so much.
Yes, Carol. Your mother believes she loves you as much as you're convinced she loves you. But you are both trapped in a toxic relationship that puts you in danger.
What are you saying? That she lied to me all these years? That she wants me to be miserable? My mother has dedicated her life to my safety.
Deine Mutter sieht dich nicht als Mensch. Deine Mutter ist sehr krank. Deine Mutter wird dich töten. Irgendwann wird die Mutter sie wirklich töten. Irgendwann wird sie das wirklich. Und wir sagen einfach, dass ihre Mutter sehr krank ist.
Your mother is terribly sick, Carol. She suffers from one of the most sadistic attitudes I've ever encountered, and tortures you with a twisted sense of love.
No, my mum loves me and only wants the best for me. It's my fault if I can never do anything right. She deserved a better girl than me.
Oh mein Gott. Die kommt da nicht mehr raus. Sie wird da nie im Leben rauskommen. Das wird niemals passieren.
Good evening, sir.
Oh mein Gott, die sitzt in so eine toxische Beziehung fest. Der hat recht, das ist krank. Das hat ja nichts mehr mit Mutterliebe oder sowas zu tun. Das hat gar nichts mehr mit Mutterliebe zu tun. Reden wir nochmal mit ihm. Okay, da benötigen wir Hinweise.
What are you?
Well,
I don't.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Das geht nicht. Warte mal, Details. Uns fehlen 2 Hinweise, okay. Das geht doch nicht. Sowas ist furchtbar, in so eine Beziehung zu stecken.
So much violence. silence around us, but still.
Okay, machen wir uns noch ein paar Nebenmissionen. Wo ist das jetzt? Ah, da unten. Da will ich sowieso gleich hingehen. Allgemein, wer ist so alles krank? Das ist ja... Er leidet an einer Erkältung und er auch eine Erkältung. Das ist die Docs, ne? Ja, die Docs. Da leidet niemand. Da leidet auch niemand. Und hier leidet nur sie wegen Kopfschmerzen. Aber die leiden. Oh mein Gott, mir tut die Arme jetzt schon leid. Fürchterlich leid. Wo bin ich? Ach, ich bin bei den Garten, okay. Hack. Oh Mann, no, ich will da nicht so durch. Aber das ist die beste Abkürzung zu denen da hinten hin. Also zu ihr. Louise Testedale. Wo ist sie? Okay, ja, versuchen wir sie trotzdem irgendwie dahin zu... Also versuchen wir trotzdem dahin zu gehen. Da oben... Au, 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 au. Oh, verdammt. Ich vergesse es immer wieder. Muss ich da lang? Ja, ne? Ja. So. Ich finde trotzdem nicht die anderen Dingsen. Okay, ab da kann ich nicht mehr. Schade. Okay, wo ist Carol? Carol müsste auch irgendwo hier sein. Das ist die falsche Person, die ich suche. Ach, da ist sie. Hey!
Good evening, Miss Teasdale. How have you been since you returned home?
Dr. Reid. Oh, thank God you returned safely from these awful streets. I was so worried about my father that I left without thanking you properly.
Please don't mention it, miss.
Good. I found him, you know. My dad. Or what was left of him. I think my abductor intended to do the same thing to me.
Oh, sie hat voll die Narbe jetzt. Ihr Leben. Was machen Sie beruflich?
What do you do for a living, Miss Teasdale?
Before my kidnapping, I was a waitress in a pub. Now I'm unemployed.
Were you fired?
No. It's just that after my recent experience, I don't feel like I can go back to my normal life. I need to do something useful.
Seien Sie sehr vorsichtig.
Be very careful, Miss Teasdale. You were lucky to escape death once, but vampires lurk everywhere.
You killed my kidnapper by yourself, didn't you? No offense, Doctor, but you're just a doctor. I don't see why I couldn't do the same.
Das ist wahr. Was ist Ihr Plan?
What do you intend to do?
Dad always told me, Louise, if you want something, don't stop until you have it. I did my research and I found it. Ichabod Throgmorton, professional vampire hunter. I'll be his apprentice.
Nein, dafür habe ich nicht dein Leben gerettet, damit du eine Vampirjägerin wirst. Erzählen Sie mir von der Nachbarschaft.
What can you tell me about this area?
I've never really liked this part of town. It was where my father wanted to live. I won't remain here much longer.
What exactly don't you like about it?
People here are contemptuous and elitist. My dad always said, Louise, always treat people like you want them to treat you.
Okay, persönliche Fragen. Die scheinen ihren Vater sehr zu schätzen.
You seem to cherish your father a great deal.
Dad was the best. He kept an eye on me, but let me make my own mistakes. Louise used to say, mistakes are the best teacher. You would have liked him.
I'm sorry you didn't have the opportunity to say goodbye.
That's all right. He's buried in consecrated ground now. Nothing bad can happen to him.
Ihr Vater hat für sein Leben geopfert.
Louise, tell me what you really think about your father's sacrifice to save you.
I'm proud he went after me. I forgive him all his harsh words, all his bloody attitudes. I only wish I could tell him how much I loved him.
Yes. It can be traumatic not having the chance to say goodbye to those we love.
Yes, Doctor. And there's no treatment for that type of pain, isn't that right? That may be the last thing my father taught me.
Über den Vampir, der sie entführt hat.
Louise, what can you tell me about the vampire who captured you?
The little fucker claimed he'd fallen in love with me. That he wanted to spend eternity with me. Not a bad idea. At least that's the way it seemed at first.
Really? Did you consider accepting his proposal?
Well, immortality. Not a common wedding gift, is it? I think he just wanted to have his way with me. Can vampires even fuck, Doctor?
What? Well, I really can't answer that. Well, since they are creatures of blood, physically speaking, I suppose an erection is possible, but
Don't be embarrassed, Dr. Reid. I was just asking.
Die Arme. Kennen Sie Alois Dawson?
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Never heard of him.
Really? He's very well known in London, throughout the country even.
He a big shot or something? Never interested in politics myself. All words and no action.
Da hat sie
Goodbye,
recht.
Miss Teasdale. And be careful. Until we meet again.
Why can't I forgive you, Father? Have you noticed anything suspicious?
Da hat sie recht. Ach so, Mist. Wir haben was vergessen.
Good evening.
Can I help?
Do you need my medical...
I don't...
Ja,
I have no
Medizin
doubt about it. But I'm offering you my help anyway.
All right then. But please leave me alone for now.
Ja, natürlich.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale. And be careful. Until we meet again.
Details. Uns fehlen noch 2 Hinweise. Okay. Ah, da haben wir einen Hinweis verloren, ne? Oh, schade.
Good evening, old chap. Are you all right?
I won't lie to you, Johnny. I'm not a well man.
Ah, okay, der ist gesund. Hier sind die gewünschten Dokumente.
You
Warte.
need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
Warte mal, welche Dokumente, die er haben wollte? Details bitte. Ach, wir haben alle gefunden. Finde 6 aktive Sammelobjekte über Vampire und bring die Clarence. Ach so, also wir können da uns nicht entscheiden. Wir müssen ihnen die Dokumente bringen. Ah, okay, Warte mal, sie geht. Wo geht sie hin?
It's always been your house, Dad. Not mine.
Das ist ihr Haus? Könntest du...
These leaflets were telling the truth all along. Nobody takes them seriously.
Okay. Es ist halt doof, dass sie genau weiß, dass Vampire hier gibt.